Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. What does switches on a console, a fan, and motor lights have in common? They have a relay. Why do they use a relay? We're going to talk about that today on this service tech tip. If we look at the instructions for the switches, for the fan, and for the motor lights, they have a relay. A relay, and a relay. What does a relay do? Well, a relay is a switch that takes a small amount of current and amperage and allows a stronger thing to get more battery power. Let me talk about it. This console here has these three switches. They can handle maybe 2 to 3 amps of amperage coming through them. This cannot handle the draw of the fan or the motor lights on it. So we need a way to get battery power to these items without hurting the switch. Well, in the old days, we had this. Man, we're talking old school, heavy duty switch. But as we got newer bikes, we got smaller and smaller switch that can't handle the 12 volts. So we have a relay. Let's see if I can get this to be simple. We have this end on the battery positive. Hopefully when you hook up accessories, you put a fuse in it to protect your whole wiring system. And this goes to this side. So we got 12 volts waiting to be used. On the other side are the motor lights, one for each side, just waiting for 12 volts to come in. Well, okay, so on this side of the relay, we have ground. And on this side, we have a switch. So when I use the switch, which has 12 volts, it'll activate this to connect this. So this can handle, and it usually says on the relay, 30 amps, 40 amp draw on it. So you can choose the relay that will match up or definitely be stronger than what you are trying to do. Now relays come in a whole lot of different sizes. This is one that we showed earlier. There's the 30. Then we have the 86 and the 85 and the 87 on the top. Each one of these relays, here's another one. And then we even get smaller. But every one of them has a 30, has an 85, an 86, and an 87, so you know how to hook it up. Let me see if I can explain this just a little bit easier one more time. You've got power coming in here, and it wants to power up what's on this side. You have your switch on this side and a ground over here to make that switch work, this switch. Here's a diagnostic tool. It has the 30 and the 87 on it, but it doesn't have the other two poles. Why? Because I have a switch on this side. So I can take a relay out that I think maybe is failing, put this in, and then hit on. If everything starts up or lights up, then I know that my switch is bad or my relay is not connecting these two together to make a complete circuit. A relay is an important component in accessories. So if you're thinking of putting lights on your bike, a big air horn on it, or anything that could possibly really be a draw on a small switch, put a relay in there, and please put a fuse in there. I don't want to have to redo your whole wiring harness. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.